Hello everybody, I'm your friendly neighborhood Ohioman, and welcome to my weekly news and video roundup. So this past week, when I was looking for news articles to look up, I was in a wave of emotion, happy and sad at the same time, because you'll find out. But there was some really exciting news, and then there was also some news that broke my heart a little bit inside. Eensy tiny bit, little bit. That was really, cracked high pitch. I should never do that again. Let me get the sad news out of the way first. As you may or may not know, THQ, the game company that's responsible for series like Saints Row, Darksiders, they recently started Homefront, they filed for bankruptcy. And this past week, all of their assets were put up for sale to other companies. And most of them were sold, which is kind of good. Like Volition Studios, the people that make the Saints Row series, that was sold to Koch Media. But Koch Media is, I hope I'm saying that right, it's K-O-C-H. I'm just assuming it's Koch just for my own amusement to get through this sadness that is this. They're the parent company of Deep Silver, who is the company that makes the Dead Island series. The Metro 2033 series was also sold to Koch Media. And Homefront series was sold to Crytek, who makes the Crysis series. And Ubisoft, they bought the South Park game, the South Park Stick of Truth, which I found interesting because when I heard that, I was like, that actually does kind of fit. I can see that being a Ubisoft game. So that should be, I think that will be fine. All those being sold in a series, I'm sure that they'll do good with them, and that's great. However, the part that was heartbreaking for me was Vigil Studios, the people that make the Darksiders series. Nobody bought them, or the Darksiders game. Now, THQ said they're still trying to find somebody to buy them, so I'm hoping that happens, but right now, it does not look good for the Darksiders series. The games were both amazing. I don't know why nobody would buy them, because the gameplay, well, the first one got a little... Actually, no, the first one had pretty good gameplay. It wasn't perfect, but I think the second one, improved upon it so much. And the story of the series, where it was going, it was just... I really wanted to see where they're going with it. Because it's just they're the Four Horsemen, and the apocalypse started early because war was supposedly did it. But then you find out that it wasn't actually war, it was somebody else in the game. And it was just cliffhanger at the end of the first one. And it was just it's probably one of my favorite stories. I'm saying that a lot about different stories in the game series. But yeah, I had such high hope for the future of the series. And somebody tweeted, one of the game designers, he said, I guess that we won't be seeing the 4-player co-op that would have been Darksiders 3. And it's they finally would have had the 4-player co-op where everybody plays a different Horseman of the Apocalypse in one game. But I guess we may never see that now. The only bright side, really, to this is that Platinum Games, the makers of Bayonetta and Vanquish, I think, was the other game, they said that they might be interested in buying it, but really nothing has been said at this point. It's all just speculation, so I'll keep you updated on that. I'll probably, if anything happens this week, I'll let you know next week. But, yeah. But enough with the sadness. Let's get into more happier and exciting news. J.J. Abrams, who a few weeks ago said, oh no, I'm never going to direct a Star Wars movie, I'm already with Star Trek, but good luck to whoever does it. He was just set to not only direct, but also produce the next Star Wars movie, Episode 7. So, it's going to be a Bad Robot production, which could be good, because Bad Robot production, they've done Star Trek, Mission Impossible since number 3, they've created the Lost series, Alias, and, well, some people might be J.J. Abrams haters, because I guess that's the fun thing to do on the internet. You can't deny that he makes good movies. He did Mission Impossible 3, which was great compared to the second one. He did the reboot of Star Trek, which shows that he's good because he can reboot series, pretty much. And I know this saying Star Wars Episode 7 is a sequel. It's going to kind of be... It's almost like a reboot. I mean, the prequel trilogy, I thought it was good, but not the greatest compared to the original. But let's just hope that he can, bring new life into the series. And I know he's not doing 8 or 9, but I'm sure he can lay a good groundwork and then have 2 more great directors just finish off the trilogy and make it just as good as the first. Hopefully. I'm just wondering though if the lightsaber battles, it's gonna be like lens flare galore. It's gonna be like lens flare, lens flare. I also wonder if he's gonna like cross over any of his other series into it. Also this week, Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, like the cinematic company responsible for the Marvel movies, he said that Ant-Man is going to be the first movie in the third phase of the Avengers series. So after Avengers 2, Ant-Man is going to be the next movie to come out. I think it's in November of 2015. And he also said that Doctor Strange is going to be one of the movies in the third phase as well. So that should be interesting. I don't know much about Doctor Strange. Actually, I know pretty much nothing. Isn't he like a magician or something like that? I don't know. But Ant-Man, I don't know much about him either. I think he just like either grows or shrinks in size. I think he changed his size. I don't think it's just shrinking. I'm not 100% sure. But what I do know is that it's being directed by Edgar Wright, the guy that did like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. So it should be a great movie because I'm pretty sure Edgar Wright hasn't done anything terrible at this point. So no matter what, it should be great. And there's also talks that Simon Pegg might be playing Ant-Man, which would be amazing to have Simon Pegg in the Marvel Universe. That's all the news I have for you this week. As for the videos I posted, I restarted the Dead Space 2 series. I started with episode 2 on Monday, and then Wednesday, Friday, I posted 2 more episodes. I felt that you could tell, like, my fear is not slowly, it's rising pretty quickly now. And just to let you know, this week's videos, I feel are probably my favorite videos I've made so far with the Dead Space series. So, you should definitely look forward to them. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button down below, and also feel free to leave a comment, whatever you feel like. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Luke, I must warn you, the dark side of the Force is beginning to physically manifest itself. It's starting to look like a giant smoke. It's here!